pause right here. Do not move ahead for even one moment before you listen to me. I know your thoughts are moving fast. I know you have already started thinking about what you need to fix, what could go wrong, what is missing, and what you must do next. I can see the weight you are carrying. I can see how you try to look strong on the outside, while inside you feel tired, heavy, and close to breaking. Before any plan, before any choice, before any fear about what is waiting for you, I am asking you to stop. This is not about giving up. This is about listening. I am speaking to you right now, right where you are. You did not come here by accident. This moment is not a mistake. I know the noise in your mind. I know the worry that tries to rule you when you think about the days ahead. I know what it feels like to wake up already tired, already afraid, already blaming yourself for things that have not even happened. I know what it feels like to believe everything depends on you, and that if you cannot hold it all together, everything will fall apart. But now I am calling you away from that place. Breathe deeply from within. Even if the world around you is still loud, you can become quiet inside. You do not need to solve everything now. You do not need to know every answer today. You do not need to carry alone what was never meant for you to carry by yourself. I did not make you to live in constant fear. I did not call you to live controlled by tomorrow. I invite you into a moment of letting go, not because you are weak, but because you can trust. I know you tried to control things because you have failed yourself before. I know you try to guess everything because you have been hurt by surprises. I know you worry because you do not want to make the same mistake again. But listen closely to what I am saying. You were not made to lead your life alone. When you try to control everything, you become tired. When you try to guess everything, you lose peace. When you try to hold everything in your own hands, you move away from me. And I do not want you far away. I want you close to me. Stop fighting with time. Stop arguing with the future. Stop hurting yourself with scenes in your mind that may never happen. That pressure in your chest, that restless feeling, that quiet fear that you may not be able to face what is coming. I see it all. And because of that, I am speaking to you now, not to blame you, not to shame you, and not to correct you first, but to comfort you, to remind you that you are not left alone, that you are not forgotten, and that you are not walking this path by yourself. Now is the time to loosen your hold a little, not everything at once, only enough to hear me, only enough to make room inside your heart. Because when your thoughts are loud, my voice grows quiet. While you keep running, understand that I am already here. I do not come too late. I do not miss the right time. I do not fail to care for you, but I need you to pause and notice. I know you feel you must stay strong every moment, but today I am not asking for strength. I am asking for presence. Presence with me, presence in this moment, presence in this calm silence that is starting to rise within you. This is the place where everything starts to shift, not through hard trying, not through fear, not through rushing, but through listening. When you pause, you give me room to move. When you trust, you begin to breathe. And when you breathe, you can finally hear what I have always wanted to say to you. If you understand that this is a moment to come back into peace, if you feel these words have reached the place where you are most tired, make one simple sign, not for me, but for your own heart. Write something that shows your choice to stop, trust, and listen to me now. This small step is the start of laying down the heavy load you have been carrying. Stay here a little longer. Do not hurry back to the noise. I still have important things to share with you. This is only the beginning of our talk. I want you to know this clearly right now. What you feel is not rare. It is not odd. And it is not proof that you are weak. Many people at this very moment are carrying the same quiet weight in their hearts. People who keep moving because they must, who finish their duties, who carry many needs, yet deep inside feel as if they still owe something to life. I see each one of them, and I see you there too. You are not alone in what you feel, even when everything inside you seems to cry out that you are alone. Maybe you thought you were the only one this tired, the only one who feels pressure when thinking about tomorrow. Maybe you looked around and believed everyone else seemed stronger, calmer, and more ready than you. But that is only what can be seen on the outside. What you do not see are the quiet fights, the hidden worries, and the doubts people carry behind their normal days. Many people keep going as if they are on autopilot, working well on the outside, but deeply worn out on the inside. I know stories you have never been told. People who stand in important places and still feel unsure. People who look after others, but have forgotten how to care for their own hearts. People who make hard choices through the day and then stay awake at night, thinking about every choice again, scared that they may have done something wrong. People who have learned to hold back their tears, hide their weakness, cover their tired face, and stay silent instead of asking for help. Brothers and sisters, I want to speak to you openly for a moment. At this time, our channel is demonetized, which means we are no longer receiving any support from YouTube. Even so, our calling to share the word continues without pause. There is a committed team behind these videos, faithfully working day after day. As the one leading this ministry, I carry the responsibility of caring for them, but without ad revenue, this responsibility has become increasingly difficult to sustain. If this ministry has touched your life in any way, I ask you to prayerfully consider supporting us. Your contribution through Ko-Fi helps us continue this work. It's truly a seed that keeps this light burning. You can find the link in the description or pinned comment. We are deeply grateful for your kindness and support. Now, let us return to the message. We live in a time that praises being strong but looks down on rest, and that cost is heavy. Do not believe you came here by chance. This message did not come only to you. It is reaching many hearts at the same time, people in many places, with different lives, yet with a very close feeling, the feeling of carrying more than one person should carry alone. I bring you together in this moment because when pain is seen, it starts to lose its hold. When the weight is named, it is no longer a hidden monster. And when you know you are not alone, something inside you begins, little by little, to calm down. You do not need to feel shame for what is inside you. You do not need to punish yourself for being tired. You do not need to think you have failed because fear or doubt showed up. I do not need you to be impossible to break. I did not make you to be a machine that never bends. I asked for honesty. I ask you to see your limits and stop measuring yourself against false pictures of other people. What you feel does not make you smaller. It only shows that you have reached a place where you need care, not more pressure. Many people learned to live like this because they thought there was no other way, that speaking about pain was weakness, that resting meant wasting time, that asking for help meant losing. But I tell you now, holding everything alone does not make you stronger. It only drains you more. And I do not want you to only get through each day. I want you complete. I want you calm. I want you to know that you do not have to face this hard time as though you have been left behind. There are people near you who feel this too, even if they have never spoken of it. people you see every day, who speak with you, work with you, live near you, yet carry the same heaviness in their hearts. People who may never say it out loud, but who need these very same words. And I want to make you a bridge, not because you know every answer, but because you understand being tired, feeling pressed, and staying quiet. If these words gave your heart some peace by reminding you that you are not alone, now think about someone else who is also carrying too much. Someone you can see is always close to breaking, even while acting like everything is okay. Share this message with someone you know who is holding more than they can handle, so that person can also remember they are not alone. This small act may become a deep breath for someone who no longer knows how to rest. Notice what is happening inside you right now. Loneliness starts to lose its strength when you see that you are part of something greater, that other people are walking, fighting, trying, falling, and beginning again at the same time as you. I am here in the middle of this with all of you. Nothing you feel is hidden from me. Nothing heavy in your heart is too small for my care. And what is being formed here is not ordinary. It is not only a quick word of comfort that soon passes away. It is the start of a deeper knowing, a new way to keep walking. There is still something important that your heart needs to hear. Do not hurry away. Stay with me. I still want to speak to you. Stay with me. Do not leave now. What is taking place right now is not ordinary. It is not just one more sentence moving through your day. There is something different around you, something that touches you more than you thought it would. You can feel it. Some messages come, give facts, and then disappear. But there are moments like this that ask for your presence, ask for your focus, and ask you to remain. This is one of those moments. I know how your daily life works. I know you often listen to something while doing something else, while handling unfinished things, while your body keeps moving as if it is on autopilot. But now I ask you to be fully here, not because you must, but because what comes next can change the way you see what is in front of you. You do not need to hurry. You do not need to jump ahead. You do not need to run. Just stay. There is meaning in remaining when something touches your spirit. Have you noticed that even after the weight feels lighter, something inside you still stays awake and listening? That is because this talk is not over. The peace you felt is not the ending point. It is only the doorway. There is a purpose behind the fact that these words found you at this exact time. There is a purpose behind you still being here, listening, reading, and feeling. When something is not ordinary, the soul often knows it before the mind can explain it. I am not forcing you to stay here. I am simply inviting you not to let this moment pass without care. There are times when the heart opens in a special way, when walls come down, when listening becomes softer and deeper. These moments do not happen all the time. They are gentle, deep, and easy to lose if your attention runs away. That is why I say this to you with peace and certainty. Stay with me. Not because you are forced to, but because you deserve to hear what is still waiting to be shown. You do not need to make a choice right now. You do not need to change everything right now. You only need to stay present. There are truths that cannot enter a heart that is always rushing. There are paths that cannot be seen by those who listen only halfway. There are answers that come only to those who remain a little longer. And what I want to show you is not empty. It is not general. It is not just the same thing again. It is clear. It has meaning, and it is for this moment in your life. Maybe you are used to hearing many voices each day, each one pulling you in another direction, each one asking for something from you. But not here. Here I do not pull you, I hold you. I do not push you, I lead you. And this leading happens step by step, at the right speed, in the right moment. So staying here now is not weakness or doing nothing. It is a sign that your spirit is learning to listen. Notice how your focus becomes sharper, how your inside grows quieter, how the need to hurry begins to lose its strength. This is not by chance. It is preparation. When something important is close to being shown, the heart must become quiet enough to receive it. And you are reaching that place now. This is not the finish. It is the calm order before the next step. If you feel this talk is not common, if you notice that something different is moving inside you, make one simple sign that shows your choice to keep going. Like this video and subscribe so you can keep receiving this guidance as someone who chooses not to leave when something important begins. This sign is not only about a channel, it is about staying steady. It is about remaining connected to a voice that brings light and clear direction. Now breathe slowly. Do not go back to the noise yet. What comes next will show you something you may never have thought about before. You did not arrive here by accident, and this is not the time to leave. Stay with me. What I am about to tell you changes everything. I do not make up your future as I go. Nothing that waits for you came by chance. Nothing that is coming is lost or outside my reach. Even before you understand the weight of the days ahead, I have already marked the way. I do not work by guessing. I do not wake up one day trying to decide what to do with your life. I am steady, purposeful, and exact. What feels unsure to you is already in order before me. When you look ahead and see questions with no answers, I see clear points along the road. When you see empty places, I see meetings, help, and choices already set for the right time. I do not work by making things up as I go. I work from what lasts forever. What you call tomorrow, I have already seen. What you are afraid to face, I have already crossed before you get there. Nothing shocks me, nothing moves beyond my care. You were taught to see the future as something unsure, weak, and full of danger. But I tell you now, your future is not a lonely land left on its own. It is not under the power of chance, luck, or changing events. It has been prepared with purpose. Every step, every season, every part of the road was seen before you even took the first step. I know the turns in the way, the times when things will move quickly, and the times when you will need to pause. And I have not made a mistake in any of them. Maybe you feel that everything is moving too fast, or maybe too slowly. Maybe you feel that you have lost time, that you should already be somewhere else. But that feeling comes from the small way you are able to see time. I do not see things the way you see them. I do not measure days the way you measure them. With me, there is no delay when there is purpose, and there is no waste when there is something to learn. Everything you have lived until now has been placed inside the plan, not thrown away. I do not form weak futures. I prepare strong ground that can hold them. What waits for us is not weak, it is not shaky, and it does not depend only on your own strength. I know exactly what will be asked of you, and I know exactly what I have already prepared to hold you up. Before you need wisdom, I have already kept it for you. Before you need supply, I have already opened the place it will come from. Before you need support, I have already placed the right people and moments in order. You do not need to live as if you are walking in the dark. Even when you cannot see, there is firm ground under your feet. Even when you do not understand, there is still a way. The silence you feel is not the absence of a plan. It is deep work being done. I do not do anything in a rush, and I do not build anything in a shallow way. What I start, I finish. What I plan, I keep. I know you have been hurt by sudden bad changes before. I know you have trusted and then felt let down. I know you have made plans and watched everything change without warning. But do not place those past pains on me. I am not unsteady like people. I do not break down like systems. I do not leave behind what I begin. What you have lived is part of your growing process, not proof that your future is unsafe. What waits for you does not call for worry, but for alignment. It does not ask you to control everything, but to trust. I do not need you to know the next step before it comes. I need you to walk with me on the path of today. Each day has its portion. Each step has its meaning, and all of them are already held in the plan I have made. You are not inside anything that does not belong to your growth. You have not missed any needed door. What past did what it was meant to do. What did not happen was because it would not have supported what is coming. I have protected you more times than you can imagine, even from roads that looked good but were not right. The future I have prepared is not only possible, it matches the person you are becoming. Rest in this truth. You are not moving toward something lost or unknown. You are moving toward something already planned, shaped, and kept safe. What is waiting for you does not depend on how fast you hurry, but on how deeply you trust. I stay ahead of you, making room, setting details in place, preparing the ground, and while you are learning to trust, I continue working with care and exact purpose. Notice what this truth starts to create inside you. Unease begins to grow smaller when you understand that nothing is outside my care. Worry begins to lose its hold when you see that you do not have to know everything before it happens. This is only the start of what is being shown to you. There are still more parts of this plan that your heart needs to understand. Stay with me. I still have much to show you. What I have made ready for you is already moving. Even if your eyes cannot yet see clear signs, even if things around you look the same as they did yesterday, the work has begun. Nothing is stopped, nothing hath been missed, and nothing hath been left behind. While you learn to trust, I am setting details in order that you cannot even picture. The time that feels like quiet waiting to you is careful action to me. I do not hold back the process without reason. I move it forward at the right time. There is a difference between not seeing and nothing happening. Many things start to shift before they can be seen. I work first where your eyes cannot reach, because that is where the base is formed. When something suddenly appears before you, it has really been growing for a long time. What I am building for you does not begin when you notice it. It begins when I choose it, and I have already chosen it. Maybe you are waiting for a big proof, a clear sign, something that gives you quick safety. But real trust is not born from a show. It is born from knowing. I do not ask you to trust only what you can see, but what I am doing. And what I am doing now is placing people, opening roads, closing doors that would waste your time, and preparing meetings that will change the direction of your story. Nothing that belongs to your path will be lost along the way. What needs to arrive will arrive at the right time. What needs to leave will go without breaking you. I do not send you forward without first making the ground ready. I do not place you in the open without first making you stronger. The plan is already being worked out. It is not only a promise. It is being carried out step by step with care. I know that part of you still finds it hard to believe all of this. That is normal. You learn to protect your heart by doubting. You learn not to hope too much so you would not be hurt again. But now I invite you to take a new stance, not to fool yourself but to trust. Trust that I do not speak for nothing. Trust that when I say something is already moving, it is because it has truly begun. While you think you are waiting, I am preparing. While you think you are stuck, I am still moving ahead. While you ask if anything will happen, I am already caring for the details. Do not try to measure movement by sound. Some of the greatest changes happen quietly. The strongest growth often makes no noise, and when you notice it, you will already be living what now feels far away. This is the time to place this truth deep within you, not like a feeling that passes quickly, but like a clear choice you make with your whole heart. Choosing to trust changes the way you move through your day. It changes how you respond to news. It changes how you understand waiting and slow progress. When you trust, worry begins to give up its space. When you trust, fear no longer gets to rule your choices. When you trust, you walk with steadiness even when you cannot see every part of the road. I do not need you to understand every detail of the plan. I need you to stay close to me while it unfolds. Each step will be shown at the right time. Each direction will come when you are ready to follow it. There is no danger that you will miss something important because you do not know everything right now. What belongs to you will reach you at the exact moment it should. If you choose to trust that what I have prepared is already moving, make the choice in a simple and clear way. Comment 77,767 as a sign that you agree with what I am already doing, even before your eyes can see it. This act does not change the plan, but it changes the way your heart stands before it. Stay awake and aware. From this point on, you will begin to notice quiet signs, small changes, and paths you did not expect. None of it will be random. All of it will belong to the same work I have already started. Stay with me. More understanding is coming. I will keep showing you how every part is connected. Someone comes to your mind right now as you hear these words. A name, a face, a short memory that passes through your thoughts without effort. This is not happening by accident. I know the heart of the person who has entered your memory. I know the story you may not fully know. I know the nights without sleep, the secret worries, the fears that person does not feel safe enough to say out loud. And that is exactly why this truth reached you first. What you have received until now was not only meant to bring peace to you, it was also meant to make you a bridge. When truth finds a heart that is ready, it does not stop there. It looks for a way through. It wants to reach other places where the weight is still too heavy to carry alone. There are people very near you who are going through the same thing you were facing before you stopped to listen. People who wake up each day already tired, already worried, already trying to think of the worst so they will not be caught off guard. You know how painful this is. You know what it feels like to live as if everything depends on you. You know what it is like to keep the image of strength outside while inside there is only deep tiredness. Now think about what happens when someone finds out they are not alone in that place. When someone understands that the future is not an empty land left behind, but a place already being watched over and cared for. That kind of truth changes the way a person breathes. It changes their pace. It changes the way they face the day. I did not choose you to hear this first because you are better than anyone else. I found you because your heart opened at the right time. And when that happens, I trust. I trust that you will not keep only for yourself what can free another person. I trust that you will not hide a word that can bring comfort to someone else. I trust that you understand that sometimes the greatest wonder is simply for someone to feel seen and understood in the middle of disorder. You do not have to know exactly what this person is facing right now. You do not have to understand every part of their pain or every reason behind their struggle. Many times the people who need help the most are the same people who are most afraid to ask for it. The people who most need rest are often the ones who push themselves the hardest to keep going. The people who most need to believe that the future is already being taken care of are often the ones who try to control everything because they are afraid of losing the little strength, peace, or hope they still have. This message comes like a soft sign of hope in the middle of the noise of worry. Do not think that you must convince anyone, explain everything, or argue about what is true. Your place is not to prove something. Your place is to show care. A kind word spoken at the right time reaches the right place. I take care of the rest. I know how this truth works when it reaches a tired heart. It does not push, it brings calm. It does not demand, it holds up. It does not give false dreams, it builds trust. And sometimes that is enough to change the direction of a day, a week, or even an important choice. There are people you love who may be close to breaking down, even if they never show it. They keep working, fixing problems, meeting needs and giving their best, but inside they may feel almost empty. They may be thinking about giving up on something important, not because they are weak or unable, but because they are tired, worried, and carrying too much. A simple message can become the breath they needed before making a choice from pain or weariness. It can remind them that not everything has to be solved today, and that they do not have to carry every burden at once. I work in a simple but deep way. I reach people through people. I bring peace to hearts through small acts that may look simple, but carry love and meaning. When you choose to share what has given peace to you, something also grows inside your own heart. Trust becomes deeper, purpose becomes stronger, and you stop being only someone who receives comfort. You become someone who helps comfort each others. So, if this word has brought rest to your heart, let another person feel that same rest. Share this message with someone you know who may be struggling quietly, so that this truth can reach the place where it is needed today. This act is not about attention, numbers, or being seen. It is about care, real love, and becoming a small way for relief to reach someone else. After you share it, do not hurry away from what is happening inside you. Notice what changes in your heart when you choose to become a bridge for peace. Something becomes steady again. Something inside you grows stronger. You begin to understand that you are not only being led, but you are also being used to help lead others into rest. This is part of what I am building in this season. What comes next is important so that you do not lose your peace when the road feels too quiet. Not every silence means absence. Not every waiting time means delay. I still need to teach you how to trust, even when it looks like nothing is changing. Stay with me. The next understanding matters because it will help hold up everything you have already received. Even when you cannot see anything happening, I am still working. The silence that troubles you is not empty. It is deep. There are quiet movements, choices being made, and things being arranged where your eyes cannot see. You have learned to connect action with signs, answers with quick proof, and progress with things you can notice outside. But my way of working is not limited by what you are able to see. I know how deeply the silence troubles you. I know that after you choose to trust, you begin to look around, hoping to see some clue, some small sign, some proof that something has shifted. And when you do not see anything different, doubt tries to come back into your heart. This is the place where many people stop moving forward, not because they no longer believe, but because they have understood the silence in the wrong way. Silence does not mean I am gone. Silence does not mean nothing is being done. Silence means focus. It is the time when I am fixing what cannot be rushed. Some things do not begin with clear signs on the outside. They begin with quiet changes within, with hidden choices, with things being moved into place before they can be seen. When I am preparing something that will last, I do not always make noise. I build the base. I set the order. I remove what would not be strong enough to carry what is coming next. And all of this can be happening while you are thinking that nothing is happening at all. You have not been forgotten. You have not been pushed aside. You have not been left standing in the same place without care. What has changed is where the work is taking place. Before, you may have seen movement around you. Now I am working inside you, around you, and behind what your eyes can notice. People are being made ready. Situations are being put in order. Paths are being changed. Some doors are being shut so that you do not take a short way that would only drain your time, peace, and strength. Do not mistake silence for lack of care. I am watching every detail of what you are living through. Every season of waiting has meaning. Every pose has a reason. If I gave you signs before the right time, you would begin to trust the signs more than you trust me. If I showed you everything right now, your heart might not be ready to carry it. Some things can only be shown after the heart has learned to trust without needing to see. I know you want something clear, something real, something that quickly proves your choice to trust was right. But I am teaching you something deeper than fast answers. I am teaching you how to rest even when the situation still looks the same. I am teaching you not to judge progress only by what you can see, because what truly holds the future together is often formed in places you cannot see yet.